welcome to our channel. Today we're gonna kind of walk you through what we're doing with our chickens. We have little chicklets. We live off grid, so we do not have like a heat lamp that we're plugging them into. And we have a generator, but we just did not want to have to run it for like 4 weeks straight consistently. Really, it's not realistic. We're gonna try put them in a smaller enclosed space and use a propane heater and hope for the best that we can regulate the temp. We need that to stay around right around 95 for them. So we have them here in our step van. Since we're not using a heat lamp, we have came up with the alternative option of a puck light for giving them light. This just helps them see throughout the night, throughout the day, and that seems to be working just fine. We found those on Amazon and they're just battery powered here. We're not doing anything fancy with our heater. All we have is a Mr. Buddy heater. Throughout the night it was like around 25 degrees outside, so it was mighty cold, so we were definitely having to watch the temperatures. We were checking on them throughout the night or whatever, and they seemed fine throughout the night. Hey, you didn't really have to change anything. But then this morning here we had one little chick that was dead, and we looked at her temperature. It had creeped up to 110, so we're thinking that maybe it had just gotten too hot for that chick. So we had to make some adjustments to our heating here, and we have it more hanging out around mid-90s, so right around 95 we're able to hold it right now, and they are looking happy again. So we'll see. We have a very cold week ahead of us of consistent cold temps, so it's gonna be a test here to see if this propane works. We know the struggle of being off grid, of not having like a heat lamp that you can just plug in for chickens, but we kind of want to know, like, really, is this sustainable? We are now in day 5. They are getting bigger every day, developing feathers, very active, running around. We haven't... Day 8. Is it day 8? Okay, day 8. So we really haven't run into any problems. No problems really at all. They're doing really well. So really this is kind of just an encourager to anyone who's living off grid, maybe isn't able to use a heat lamp for whatever reason, don't have continual running power, is if you can get them in a smaller enclosed space and get a propane heater on, that's all they kind of need, is a warm room temperature. They don't need direct heat on them. Is it all gonna be backwards?
I don't know, is it? Huh?
Okay, maybe. I'm not really sure. Okay, guys.
Mirrors, pretty sure.
Oh. Alright, guys. It's day 21 of brooding. We are still going good with our chickens. We've only lost the one from day 1. This was something new that we were trying with the propane heater versus the heat lamp. With 21 days, do you want to tell them how much it's cost us so far?
21 days, it was 160 pounds of propane at 75 cents. It's $120. So our space heater was heating this whole little room, which is about a 4 foot by 5 foot space. So I mean, we raised, 17 chicks, but you could raise a heck of a lot more in this space because the whole room was at temp to do brooding. So for 17, it's overkill.
Yeah, it's kind of an expensive little gig.
So I would say the best route would probably be, if you're gonna go small and you have a room that's warm enough, roughly, to use a heat lamp, because I'm not sure that a heat lamp would work well heating them in a cold room.
One of the big perks of having them here versus in our living space is, of course, we don't have to hear them all day, and we don't have to smell them. As they get older, they definitely start to get a little stinky. With having them here away from our main living space, we just don't have to smell it, which is nice, especially towards the tail end when they're just about ready to get outside, they really just start smelling and you just want them out of there. So if you're in a circumstance or you didn't want to have them in your house and you wanted to put them in a shed or something, honestly, propane might be the way to go.
Absolutely. I would say this propane heater specifically though, because we had the cheaper one and it just went out on us. Luckily we had seen it and we just switched it out. This one has not gone out on us at all. So it's RV safe. It has a low oxygen sensor and a CO2 sensor as well. And
we'll link all that stuff down below for you guys, just so you guys know exactly what we used if you are interested. Whoa! Chicken flying out. Oh gosh.